Once in a while, you get an anime that gets a lot of attention and hype before it even airs. Your friends push you to catch an episode when you have time and force you to sit through the whole thing. One Punch Man is very well that kind of anime. Based off the hit web manga by One, the story follows an unemployed man named Saitama, who takes up the hobby of being a superhero and helps his fellow citizens very nonchalantly. Along the way, he meets a cyborg named Genos and reluctantly takes him as his apprentice. The two later join the Heroes Association, and Saitama's ultimate goal is to be the #1 hero everyone praises and respects. I'm the writer Sits in the back, and today we're looking beneath the bold eyes of One Punch Man. What can be said about this show that hasn't already been said? One Punch Man is just plain awesome. I love the way it played with your expectations, and it honestly had me laughing off my chair a couple of times, just anticipating the moment Saitama jumps in. I think we all know he's going to win every fight, and we're always impressed with the results. You can tell that Studio Madhouse, the production company of One Punch Man, put a lot of effort into animating some of the anime's best fights with Saitama's foes. And the amazing thing is that it's all done on a low budget. I admire that director Shingo Natsume and animation director Takashi Kubota utilize both 3D CG and traditional drawings to create free-flowing, engaging fights between the superheroes and monsters. With Natsume having worked on a few episodes of Space Dandy, you can see some of its fluid influences on character movements and fight sequences. My favorite fight is between Genos and Saitama. Everything is moving at a fast pace, and your eyes focus on the type of attacks thrown by Genos. We see him give everything against Saitama, to which the latter almost ends it without breaking a sweat. It's really well crafted and fluid, and thoroughly engaging as to see what would really happen if Saitama went all out. Which brings me to talk about his fight with the final boss. I won't give away too much about that one, but I'll say it's really bright and colorful, and something you would see from a series like Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill. It's a spectacle you truly have to see to believe. One Punch Man is a Monster of the Week anime when it comes down to it. If this trope is executed right, you could have a good anime. If it's done wrong, like so many others, you'll just have a bland story about an overpowered main character. Thankfully, One Punch Man isn't the latter, and what makes his use of a tired trope so impressive is its characters. They're all exaggerated personas of common superhero tropes, ranging from the powerful to downright bizarre. You got people like Tornado of Terror, Silver Fang, Child Emperor, Pig God. I really couldn't believe we were seeing these types of heroes, and to One Punch Man's credit, it's really hilarious. Add the plainly simple way Saitama is designed, and you have a cast of superheroes that you wouldn't think are heroes in the first place. Much in the same way you wouldn't have Fate Stay Night without Saber, you wouldn't have One Punch Man without Saitama. His deadpan humor comes at the right and most awkward of times, and is the most relatable character to the viewer. It proves that likable characters can carry an anime a long way. The superheroes we're more familiar with have been given angsty makeovers, to say the least. Figures like Batman and Superman have been given darker stories and more opportunities of complex portrayals with complicated psyches. Comic book artist Alan Moore furthered the complexities of heroes in his graphic novel Watchmen, and subsequently the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The same can be said in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the upcoming Captain America movie, though they balance the edginess with some light humor here and there. Even shows like Daredevil and Jessica Jones have been praised for their gritty and dark treatments of their main superheroes. Their actions are depicted as not necessarily right or wrong, and highlights their tortured psyches as a result of what they have done. It's a great move away from all the cheese we have seen from films in the past, and it's somewhat refreshing to see. I guess what I'm saying is that One Punch Man isn't cheesy. It's a clever callback to the awesome ridiculousness of superheroes, and a great homage to Japanese monster movies. The creatures that Saitama and the heroes battle are exaggerated, humongous beasts. Some are over-menacing bullies, while others are, well, a bit crabby. If you thought that the Avengers destroyed a lot of stuff, the monster fights in One Punch Man doubles that damage. And keep in mind, they have cities arranged from A to Z. I think overall, if you love action anime or superheroes, and I wouldn't be surprised if you were charmed by the antics of Saitama and Genos. I guess my one nitpick in the series is that we really don't see a lot of Saitama, and see him sort of mature later on. He's all powerful already, but his personality is very much the same, and we don't see him as often as other characters in the story. That's my fault with the series, but hopefully they can address this if a second season happens. But until then, grab your nearest comic book nerd and punch your way to a nearest screen. Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to the very first episode of Beneath the Bold Eyes. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to improve upon these videos as time goes on, so feel free to offer any suggestions in the comments below. I'm working off in a regular schedule right now, but I'll try my best to get an episode out every so often. I'm the writer sits in the back, and I'll see you soon.